Certainly very interesting stuff. But when you're going to be exploring the world out there, not from a virtual reality point of view, but from a realistic point of view, actually, you want to be doing so from a boat because there's truly something incredibly unique about that experience. And when you're doing that, you need a boat that is strong, that is spacious, that can keep you fed and entertained for days on end. So where do you find that? Well, look no further than the newly refurbished and ultra-impressive Queen Mary 2 ocean liner.
The world's only operational ocean liner, the Queen Mary 2, is showing off a brand new look after a lavish £100 million upgrade. And this majestic vessel swanned into Cape Town for a visit.
Standing an incredible 23 stories high, the length of 4 football fields, and weighing in at over 150,000 tons. No, it's not a brand new skyscraper. It is in fact the majestic Queen Mary 2. She's got some spectacular new refurbishments that have visitors flocking from all over the globe to get their little taste of oceanic history. Wow.
This ship does an epic circuit of world travel each year, and this year alone she'll have 10 maiden visits to new ports of call, creating a true global village on board.
Looking at the guests enjoying themselves, how many guests can the Queen Mary 2 accommodate? And traditionally, what waters does she sail?
Queen Mary is one of the biggest ships around, so she has a capacity of about 2,960 odd passengers if she's running at her maximum. And then also where she goes. Beginning of the year, she does a 118-day world cruise, and she's in Cape Town now on part of that world cruise on her way to Mauritius and then Australia, Japan, back through the Med and to Southampton. Then after that, she'll do the transatlantics, and in there she'll disperse it with a Norwegian fjords, Canada, Caribbean, that type of thing.
So I have to ask, because it seems like a dream job and opportunity, how many South Africans on board?
Believe it or not, yeah, there are lots of South Africans that work on board actually, and right across the board, from your waiters to your hotel management to the events team. And funny enough, a lot of South Africans work in the spa. They're well known from that side of things. And I think the South Africans actually are well sought after because the guys work hard and the guys know what they're doing.
Over and above the awesome 2D and 3D movies that they screen here, the Illuminations Theatre is a sight to behold in its own right. Spectacular to say the least. It also features the only planetarium at sea anywhere in the world. Unbelievable. So from the heavens to those shaping life on Earth, it also has a pretty spectacular lineup of guest speakers to inspire you on your journey.
The plush refurbishment of the ship has extended the life of the 14-year-old ship and transformed the spacious interior.
Well, we have 1,346 staterooms and suites on board, so they're categorised to our Queen's Grill, our Princess Grill, Britannia Club and Britannia. So we have 4 different grades of accommodation, and then that, depending on that grade, is dependent on which dining restaurant that guests dine in the evenings.
And obviously a brand new coat has been given to this grand old dame. Talk me through the remastering, how that's affected your department.
So we put an additional 50 staterooms on during remastering. We had 35 staterooms lifted onto deck 13 of the ship all the way forward, so that's a few decks above us. And then a further 15 single staterooms on the lower decks, deck 2 and deck 3. But all suites and staterooms were completely remastered, so recarpeted and reupholstered.
For hungry guests, there's 11 restaurants to choose from that all maintain a high standard of culinary quality.
What is the key to maintaining that level of standard?
Well, we do have our executive chef on board, Nicholas Wardroyd from Yorkshire. He is a very well organized team. For almost 200 chefs, they do breakfast, lunch, dinner, organizing all those great meals. Preparation-wise, they do really pay attention to details, how they're preparing all those meals. They do the souffle selections that's daily based, and it's just freshly, nice and fluffy preparing and arriving to the table every day.
I'm going to call the Queen Mary 2 a modern marvel of old school charm. I mean, the sheer size of her, the scale, the logistics, the attention to detail, all awe-inspiring. But what really grabbed my imagination is the fact that she was built to take on one of the toughest and oldest ocean voyages known to man, the cross-Atlantic.